Stepfather announced he was cutting me from Mom's will at the reading. The lawyer started laughing. My stepfather Robert had been planning this moment for months. Ever since Mom passed last spring, he'd been bragging to his golf buddies about how he was finally getting rid of his freeloading stepdaughter. He even bought a new Rolex to celebrate what he called his financial freedom day. The funeral wasn't even cold before Robert started making his move. He'd strut around Mom's house, well, what he thought was going to be his house, pointing at furniture and telling his brother which pieces he wanted moved to storage. Julia's had 18 years of free rides, he'd mutter while boxing up Mom's photo albums. Time for her to learn how the real world works. So there I was, sitting in this cramped law office above Angelo's Pizza on Main Street. The whole place smelled like pepperoni and old carpet. Robert showed up in his best navy suit, the one he wore to his country club dinners, practically vibrating with excitement. His brother George tagged along for moral support, both of them looking like hyenas circling wounded prey. "Julia, I hope you brought tissues," Robert smirked, adjusting his cufflinks. "This is going to hurt. Your mother finally saw you for what you really are, an ungrateful little leech who only called when she needed money." I stayed quiet, picking at my chipped nail polish. Let him have his moment. The lawyer shuffled in 20 minutes late. Mr. Park was this sweet 70-something guy with glasses and a coffee-stained cardigan. He looked like he'd rather be anywhere else. Robert immediately pounced before the poor man could even sit down. "Let's cut to the chase here, Park. I'm Catherine's husband of 12 years, so obviously everything goes to me. And I want it officially stated that I'm cutting Julia out completely. Not a dime, not a lamb, nothing." Robert's brother George nodded approvingly. "Smart move, Robert. Kids today don't appreciate anything." Mr. Park blinked slowly behind his thick lenses, looking genuinely confused. "I'm sorry, sir, but what will are you referring to exactly?" Robert's face started turning red. "My wife's will. The one leaving me her house, her savings account, her life insurance payout? Don't play dumb with me, old man." Mr. Park set down his briefcase and peered at Robert like he was speaking a foreign language. "Mr. Richardson, I think there's been some kind of misunderstanding here." "What misunderstanding?" Robert snapped. "You called us here for the will reading." That's when Mr. Park started chuckling. It started as a quiet giggle, then built into full-on belly laughter. Robert and George exchanged confused looks while I felt my heart start racing. "Oh my goodness," Mr. Park wheezed, wiping his eyes with a handkerchief. "Sir, there is no will. Your wife never wrote one." The color drained from Robert's face like someone pulled a plug. "What do you mean there's no will?" Mr. Park opened his briefcase and pulled out a single sheet of paper. "I called this meeting to explain the intestacy laws, since there's no will directing asset distribution. Without a will, everything goes to next of kin according to state law." Robert perked up slightly. "Right, so as her husband." "Actually," Mr. Park interrupted gently, turning to smile at me, "since Julia was legally adopted by your wife 15 years ago, she's considered the primary heir. The house, bank accounts, life insurance, it all goes to her by default." The silence in that little office was deafening. You could hear Angelo flipping burgers downstairs. Robert's mouth opened and closed like a fish. But I'm her husband," Mr. Park nodded sympathetically. "Yes, and in some states spouses have inheritance rights, but Catherine adopted Julia before your marriage, making her the legal child. As a step-parent with no biological relation and no adoption papers, you actually have no automatic inheritance rights whatsoever." George grabbed Robert's arm. "This can't be legal." "Oh, it absolutely is," Mr. Park said cheerfully. "Happens more often than you'd think. People assume marriage guarantees inheritance, but blood relations and legal adoptions take precedence." Robert looked like he was about to vomit. "The house, Julia's house now," Mr. Park confirmed. "The bank accounts, also Julia's." I finally spoke up, my voice barely above a whisper. "So when do I get the keys?" Robert stormed out, George trailing behind him, muttering about lawyers and legal systems. Through the window, I watched Robert kick a trash can and scream at the sky. Mr. Park handed me a business card. "Call me Monday. We'll start the paperwork." Mom always said karma has perfect timing.